I was off to a bad start today. I'm minding my own business. I come outside. I unlock my car. I get into my car, and my car has been robbed. I look over now this is at my house. I'm right in my driveway. I look over, and the whole car has been tossed. Now, all that consists of, the only thing that I have in the car, is a glove box and a console. And they didn't break in. I think that the car was probably unlocked because I didn't notice any damage to a door, no windows broken, anything along those lines. And it was like I had the friendly crook, because the only thing I had in my car that I noticed that is gone is within the console. I will keep change if I'm to go through a drive-through or have some change in my pocket for whatever reason. I don't love having it in my pocket. It annoys me in my pocket, so I put it in this console. I'm sure plenty of you can relate. If I had $3 in that console, I would be stunned. And I can guarantee you I did not have $5 in that console in change. But the reason I bring this up is the burglar, who you would think would have like a bag with him, like the cat burglars in the movie that just, does a quick dash into the jewelry store and dumps everything into the bag and goes hurrying about his way. The burglar left all the pennies. I must have had 15, 16, 18 pennies. So he must have gone through, instead of picking up this removable center console piece and dumping it in a bag, he must have just used his finger and thumb and picked out anything shiny, which is interesting because he's not in the safest driveway in the neighborhood to decide to go ahead and toss. But secondly, it takes a little bit of time. Come on, crook. You're on the clock. It's dark out. But when you open up a car door, it lights up the car. You kind of got to move a little bit faster than that. I then had a couple of pictures in there that I don't know if he left behind because he thought they were keepsakes. That's what I've chosen to believe. Perhaps he just didn't want them, but he did sort through things. He left registration. He left insurance, which I thought was very nice. I highly doubt it was meant to be nice, but I thought, well, this was a nice enough thief. So he goes, I look over. I'm now in my truck. I look down into my wife's car. My truck sits up a little bit higher so I can see down into her car. She's been tossed. So I go back in the house and I get her and say, hey, you got to come look. And the big thing that you have to worry about if you guys are ever broken into in a situation like this, one of the big things you want to check for right away, because she was much like me. She said, man, whatever they took, I don't notice it. I have no idea what they took. It wasn't anything that I even knew that I had or that I had left in the car. And I was in the same spot. So we got a little bit lucky. Andy didn't break anything. I mean, I think our car doors must have been unlocked. But at any rate, one thing that you do have to be concerned about is if you have garage door openers. And if you're like my house, where we don't use the garage door opener, it doesn't mean that you don't still have them in the car. And the relevance being, sometimes these guys will come and take those and then wait. They'll wait 5 or 6 months and come back, and now they have access to your whole house. They can walk right in by just pushing that button and coming in. That's something the police will tell you, so that's something that I will share with you guys. That's the biggest thing that we had to check. I don't have garage door openers, but my wife does. So I said, hey, did they take those? Do you have them? She said, no, they're sitting right here. So at any rate, off to a bad start. And, if I would have caught this guy, I would imagine that you guys think that would be a very bad day for the guy. It really wouldn't have been. He would have got restrained. I would have grabbed him. I'd have talked to him a little bit, seen if I could reason with him. We would have called his dad. If he played some game about, we can't get a hold of my dad, then and only then would a higher authority, the police or something, be involved. But I was just putting myself in that spot, going, if I would have got this guy, what are you doing, knucklehead? It's 2 a.m. You should be in bed. What are you doing out looking through people's cars? It's a scary thing. It's a scary thing for him to put himself in that situation. I mean, don't go around breaking into cars. Just broke into my car. What are you going to get, $3? And what happens if I catch you? It's not worth it. Get your life together, young man.